Yeah, see what up if I unmuted the mic. But I was talking nonsense anyway, thanks for that. But all I was saying was I can't get anything up and running because my internet's gone funny. Thanks, Danny. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this evening. I tell you what, no sound is probably the best time you'll ever hear me, which is very rare, very rare. Anyway, welcome to this evening. We're 45 minutes away from launch. We're going to settle down for a little bit. I broke the stream, so I'm going to get us up and running, but I'm going to be changing stuff in between. I can't believe it, I'm invisible. I'll show you what I mean. So there we go, there's Starbase live at the moment. Picking up where we left off last night. But to be honest, we're not going to sit here for hours beforehand tonight. We're not far off getting some fuel on board, which is exciting. Look at this. Yeah, nice one, Dan. Thank you. How do I open this properly then? I did lovely last night. I had all the chat open and everything, but I don't know how I'm doing this now. Oh, sound got you. All good, Mark Stone. All good. I know you enjoy your space flight, don't you, man? We're going to be looking at SpaceX launching this bad boy tonight now. So, turns out they had a bit of a problem last night with the quick disconnect from the ship, which is it's hard to describe. I need to get a pointer and stuff. But it's the big black thing halfway up the tower, connected to the ship, and just before launch is meant to retract so that they can disappear. Hang on, sorry, you're not looking at it. And for whatever reason, it didn't retract just before launch, so they stopped at 40 seconds. For those of you that were with me last night, it was painful, and I was steaming by the end of it. Highlight of my night last night was seeing Nicki Minaj, and when I woke up this morning, I'd read a comment of Stacey Carson saying, and it all came back to me what I'd said. She was holding the microphone like a dick. Shocking. Yo, my Harris, how you doing? My Rach, welcome home. Settle in for a rocket launch. Drop in, drop out, do your thing. But it is Friday night, people. Party night. Not for me, I'm working tomorrow. And I did say I'm not going to drink, but I'm going to have one beer. So if anybody's on the beer tonight, welcome. Right, I'm going to put me back on full screen a minute. Look at this, I don't even know what I've done here. No, look, check this one.
One of their primary jobs is to get those re-entry views and a whole lot more.
Yeah,
we're going to take them now. We're joining them out in the Indian Ocean. We've got Seren Sinai standing by, taking a moment from the recovery ops. He might be frozen. Let me know if you can hear me, Seren. How's everything looking out there in the ocean?
Oh, I love you too, mate. Love you too.
Dan, I can hear you loud and clear. We're sitting in about 8-foot waves, but it's looking like a clear day.
Nice
ready for a ship to come on through.
Even though I'm chatting
to a phone. How many of these have you done? And walk us through. What's the recovery team's primary job out there?
Because I keep my head down most of the time. But
I've done 6 and now seven of these missions, and
watching big old
with every mission we've seen it evolve. And but our primary goal has always been to clear the range. So just like we do over in the Gulf, the same kind of happens here. We send 1 to 2 boats out and we make sure there's nothing in the area so the rocket is clear to land. And then once we can guarantee that and have the rocket leave the pad, then we can proceed to imagery collection. So we have like...
All right, we'll see if we can get him back, but they're out there in the Indian Ocean. I think everyone's familiar. They've got the buoy cams. They've got the drones that are going to be going up, so we're going to be cutting back to them live. Once they get, they've been doing some practice stuff. We've been able to shoot some of this. So there you can see Seren getting those buoy boats. So they're basically out there. They're deploying these boats in the splashdown zone. if you get a live view from one of these boats, that tells you that we're pretty much nailing our target on that. And then surrounding a couple of our other recovery folks out there are going to be flying drones to hopefully get that imagery of Starship coming back. It's super critical for us to see just how that heat shield performed after reentry, and just having them out there remote, just in the middle of nowhere, plays just a really critical role in just rapid iteration on Starship and its heat shield. So looking forward to hopefully seeing some views from them a little bit later. But for now, let's...
Yeah, so NASA Space Flight are going to... All of them shots you just saw there are their live cams, and they are an awesome community of space geeks. And as all I'm hoping to do is get you guys to subscribe to them on YouTube, because it doesn't cost any of us anything, and they're awesome. Like, these live streams have been quite literally live for over 4 years now. Well, this current stream has been uninterrupted for about 4 years. It's mental just to think all that infrastructure that goes in, and all these solar powered cameras and stuff like that. Oh, or you might see, I'll swap this back over a minute.
It was so exciting to see that come back to life. It's also exciting to see how today, almost 10 years later, the ongoing construction and development that will bring a second launch tower to Launch Complex 39A. You can see it ongoing there on your screen. It's designed to expand our capabilities to support Starship launches in the future, while also continuing to support Falcon Heavy missions from the original Apollo Shuttle Falcon launch tower.
Yeah, and we're also building a Starship launch pad at Slick 37. And to support the uptick in future launches, there's Gigabay, a giant assembly and maintenance facility designed to prep Starships ahead of Florida launches. And when complete, this huge structure aims to hold 24 work cells in over 800,000 square feet.
And then when SpaceX go live in 8 minutes, we'll jump in with them. If you're watching on YouTube, give me a shout out tonight as well.
Taping shape with our very first launches on the horizon.
Yes, a horizon that aims for regular trips to the moon. Now, staying with the lunar conversation, we're going to head back up to Dan, who has Starship Vice President of Engineering, Bill Riley, our favorite webcast visitor, to talk about the moon.
I keep forgetting to mute her. Nice one, Reed. I keep forgetting to mute it. They're talking nonsense anyway. Welcome. That's all I was saying, was if you do see all that stuff scrolling down the bottom, Big Dan was asking about buying hoodies yesterday, and I said, I've made an online shop. I bought myself a hoodie, and I haven't put the shop live because it requires admin. And that's not my strong point. Well, you could probably hear me now anyway. And if my old man's watching, Dad, cheers, happy birthday. 57, 59 today. Or at least he's aging backwards anyway. Ain't he, Reed? I like that. If you put that on your Facebook this morning, the old man is aging backwards. What's his name? It's not Rip Van Winkle. Dick Van Dyke. You know, aging backwards. Oh, winning. What's going on? Okay. Oh, look at this. So I've just opened my YouTube now, and it's subtitling me again. Unbelievable, Jeff. We'll turn them off. No, we won't actually. I'll read them for a bit, see if how good are they. Well, to be fair, you got a word for word, Facebook. Fair play. Let's have a look. But I hope everybody's had a good day. Doing what you do best. You've probably all finished work for the week. Hope you have a good weekend. Bank holiday weekend and all that. Whether you're sunbathing, skydiving, working, shopping. Hope you have a good bank holiday. Cheers. So the only thing I was doing as well, I keep forgetting to mute the other people when I'm NASA Space Flight. I keep forgetting to mute them when I'm going to talk. Because, well, I'm not really going to, at the end of the day, if I'm just going to play them, we might as well all jump onto YouTube and watch them. But they do definitely know more than me. Definitely. Right then. I'm turning the camera around. Stand by.
The crew made history. They were the first astronauts ever to explore Earth's polar regions from space in Dragon. I got to catch up with that mission commander from that, Chun Wang. He was visiting one of the most remote places on the planet, and he had some exciting news.
I don't know what that's all about. I will listen in, but it was an interview. I thought he said he had some cool news, and I thought it was going to do with the fuel. But fuel should be underway by now. Problem is, I've got all these notes on my phone, and that's my phone there. So I need to get a little camera setup type shenanigans. If, to be fair, I'm not going to do this regular, only for these launches I'm going to do it, but this is more playing with my fancy scene changing. Ooh, look at that, and my moon in the background. I also made an intro, but I haven't put a music behind it yet. I was going to record some music today, but I've been out and about. I've been busy shopping, gardening, planted my succulent in with my jade tree. Well, my jade tree split into two, so I separated them. I got 2 jade trees and 2 succulents now. Look at me, old Dr. Green Thumb. Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb. For all my Cypress Hill fans out there. Oh, Ricky D, my G. Welcome, man. I think tonight's the night. 33 minutes. Let's have a look. 1 minute until SpaceX go live. So I'm keeping an eye on that on the other computer for that. And then as soon as SpaceX go live, we'll hop over to them. But yeah, tonight's the night, I think. You know, at the end of the day, nothing's ever flown or launched. What was it? Launched off this pad. Nothing's ever launched off this pad. It's a brand new pad, brand new vehicles. So yeah, of course they're gonna have problems. I probably should have maybe suggested that last night. Luckily nobody was watching and stayed up late. Only Digi, poor Dig. Oh, that's a lovely beer after a long day. Grafting, yeah. Come on, less than a minute. Here we go. Well, any second now, SpaceX are gonna go live. Sorry, I'm listening into an interview they're doing. Yeah, it is quite interesting, but unfortunately, like I say, I don't want to get copyrighted. But according to NASA Space Flight, we've got 31 minutes to go. Cool. Let's refresh Twitter. The artist formerly known as X, or X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. No, we're not live yet. We're not live yet. Oh. It's mad. All them clouds. All them clouds. Gotta put a pen down. Can't be clicking a pen. Yeah, so, well, while we're waiting, you know, anybody got plans for the weekend? What are you all up to? Oh god, there's gaps in my green screen over there. Well, I can't believe it, but I was out in a t-shirt in the northeast of England today. It was 27 degrees. Positively tropical. That's our 1 day of summer. You watch them, tomorrow's going to piss down. All day. No, I'll just flick our back over a minute. There's definitely activity again. Under 30 minutes to go. Oh, Mr. Fleming, sir, I miss jumping on the planes with you. Well, sitting on the plane with you, jumping out separately. How are we doing, man? How's Simpson? How's old Andy Pointer? Thanks for signing off my FS coach refresh, Andy. I don't know why, but no, I do. I know exactly why. When we were in the tunnel and we had to get all our skills renewed, we always used to send the stupid one, like barely neutral. We'd always send it to one of the boys, you know. Send everything to your trainer, but because we could sign off those things, you know, the barely neutral, send it to one of the boys. So same thing, really. Same thing. Andy's still Andy. Aye. Oh, thanks for signing that rater off for me, man. Much appreciated. I think Nicki Minaj is back on NASA Space Flight. Let's have a listen.
I'm happy.
Oh, she gone.
Might
Come
be
back,
like-
lady.
I just noticed your shirt. You've got the right swag.
I love this shirt.
It's a great shirt. I have one as well.
And it's a great name, Starship.
I mean, how did you predict the future? Starships are meant to fly.
I do not
Wait a
know.
just
But
realised.
major shout out to
Let's
Elon.
mute that one. And mute that one. There we go. That's better. We've got ambient noise now. We've got the birds tweeting as they go flying past and all that. There we go. Delightful. Always welcome, man. Always welcome to Sky High. It's a lovely drop zone. Nestled in Beirut. It's like Beirut, but in the middle of a gorgeous County Durham countryside. It's madness, isn't it? Love it. Right, 27 minutes to go. Let's just have a check. Nah, they're not live, they lie. We're on Elon time now. 5 minutes late. Oh no, I just didn't click on it. I was looking at the thumbnail, I didn't click on it. Right then, stand by. We go to ta-ta. Alright, right then. We are looking for this. There they are. Okay, right, so I've got that stream of 26 minutes to go. So we've got some time. Let's mute Starbase. And unmute those guys.
Center. How's it going up there today, Dan?
It's going great, Kate. Everybody, welcome back for round 2. I'm Dan Hewitt with SpaceX Communications. We're looking good for a launch today. Do you want to do a quick summary, though, of what we saw yesterday, how we got back to launch? It's a really good example of all of the different moving parts that have to work together to get a rocket off the pad. About halfway up that tower, you see an arm that holds all of the propellant connections into the ship. It's also set up so that it kind of pushes against the ship to help make sure that we have a really good connection, and it stays attached when we unlatch that quick disconnect. There's a pin in the arm near where that attaches to the tower that has to be removed before the arm can swing away for launch. It's important to remember there's a lot of benefit to not release the arm too early or too late, and a lot of hardware that has to work in concert in very, very short time frames. We started to unpin it. Releasing that tension caused some motion in the arm that triggered a hold, and that put the pin back in. Then that got us into a bit of a tug of war between systems on the tower that rely on hydraulic pressure to work. Really, the arm trying to keep its pressure on the ship and trying to pull that pin out. You saw we made a couple of attempts to fix the issue, eventually got the pin to start retracting again, but hit the same motion hold. Ultimately ran out of time.
Sorry. If you see another thing scrolling down the bottom, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Everything's out of stock. I've made a lovely web shop, but I was just saying earlier, because it requires admin, I just can't be asked to get it live. So don't buy anything. There's nothing available. Go away. You're like Jehovah's Witnesses. A lot of you, go away.
Teams put us in a position for flight today. Heroic work by our logistics teams to get all the propellant out there. But things are looking really good for launch at the moment. Right behind me, all of the flight controllers on console, looking at the rocket, looking at the pad, looking at the range, all the systems as we count down to liftoff. Propellant load is underway. You can see the rocket getting frosty.
Awesome. There we go. So yeah, as he's saying, oh, look at that lovely infomercial graphic there, saying how much propellant's on there. So as it fills up, you'll see this like white exterior. That's the hot air on the outside hitting the cold stainless steel and just evaporating all the water moisture. Ooh, that's exciting. How do I cover this text? I can't. God knows. Awesome. Look at that, like. Right, need my keyboard here. Don't buy a hoodie.
Pins on the booster, which we used to steer on descent, went from 4 down to 3, but we made them 50% larger. Higher strength, also use them for lift, and we'll use them for catch on future missions when we bring the booster back. We redesigned the fuel transfer tube inside the booster. That's what's sending all of that massive amount of liquid methane down to those 33 engines, lets us light all 33 at the same time and have faster, more reliable flips. The bottom of the booster looks very different with those Raptor 3 engines. We deleted all of the bulky engine shrouds from previous generations, all of the prop, avionics hardware, everything for that super tightly integrated now, protected by much slimmer shielding. Up on the second stage, Starship version 3 designed to carry massive orbital payloads up to 100 metric tons to Earth orbit, the Moon, and Mars. Biggest changes inside the vehicle itself. Propulsion system got a complete redesign, increased our propellant take volume, improved our steering.
Oh, awesome. Basically a brand new vehicle. Anyway, I've just moved everything. No, I haven't. I'm trying to hide this buy a hoodie nonsense. Don't buy a hoodie. Give me a sec. That'll do. How's about that? Done. Sweet. Nah, Digi, man. You're just in time, buddy. Just in time. Haha. Alpha X-ray mark. To be honest, man, I never really complained about anything since jumping to 206. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the 206 is a bit special, isn't it, man? I've been describing it to people, like, you know, we've all jumped out. Well, I say most people have jumped out of caravans, islanders, air vans, stuff with a door on the left-hand side, do I? Been jumping to 206 too long. Then 206s and porters, I think, on the right-hand side. It's like being a footballer and trying to play right and left-footed. So I'm good with my right foot, so I'm good to jump out of that side, but this side, nah. It took me about 30 jumps to get my head round how to jump out the opposite side, man, which has been great fun. But yeah, Alpha X is awesome. It's a workhorse, buddy. It gets us there. It's comfortable. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's not the slowest. And gives us a good time spent. My man. All right, Craig Hartburn. Well, I was going to say thanks for piping up, but you can pipe down over there. Alpha X-ray is better than the 206. The 206 will do barrel rolls around it. Fair. All right. We're getting there nice and, well, not even slowly. You know, you think the first couple of flights took about an hour to load. This is 30 odd minutes. Incredible. Okay, so what I'm going to do on the other computer, I'm going to get the timeline up. So, tell you what, we'll have a little listen about Starlink first.
I'm a Starlink business analyst here at SpaceX. We're excited to be back here in Hawthorne, ready for another attempt at a launch today. So as we talked about yesterday, on today's flight, we're deploying 20 Starlink simulators, plus 2 modified Starlink satellites, which our team internally refers to as Dodger Dogs, because they stretch the V2 Mini satellite propellant tank so that it sticks out from both ends of the satellite. And the Dodger Dog serves as a tech demo between the V2 and the V3 Starlink satellites, and acts as a platform for testing V3 components. Now, the larger V3 satellites aim to greatly expand our network's capacity, while V3 hardware is designed to support faster Wi-Fi and improved broadband speeds for our customers while providing significant capacity upgrades from the V2 Mini. So, in addition to delivering future V3 satellites to the Starlink network, Starship is also planned to launch our AI satellites. And as you may have seen during the TerraFab event in Austin a few months ago, Elon laid out the path to revolutionize cloud computing.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I'm waving to those guys in the background. The guy in the yellow t-shirt, but he didn't see me.
Watt of AI computing power annually. And from there, we're looking at connectivity beyond our planet too. Building on the technologies used to connect people on Earth, the Starlink team is exploring using Starlink.
Okay. Yeah. Nice little bit about Starlink. So, I think the payload on tonight is what they call dummy Starlinks or dumb links or something like that. So they're dummy Starlinks. And there's 2 or 3 actual of the new Starlink version 3s on there. They've been upgraded. And hopefully this will all now get it all tidy so that the next couple of launches they can actually get operational. Be bloody fantastic. Where am I? Oh, look at this. Amazing. Oh, I went invisible then. See. I think I've messed up by going from NASA space flight a little bit early. We should have probably came here with about 10 minutes to go. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll ride it out. Things are about to get exciting. 15 minutes. Come on. Here we go. They're going to tell us what's going to happen.
Raptor 3 engines. We power through ascent ahead of hot stage separation, where the booster shuts down all but 5 sustainer engines. Stage 2 then lights its Raptor engines while still attached to Super Heavy, where we see stage separation, debuting the integrated hot stage, directional booster flip, and engine relight for boost back using 33 engines. And after coasting for a few minutes, the booster today will target a landing burn and soft splashdown a few miles off from the coast of Starbase.
Ship keeps it going with ascent burn to a suborbital trajectory. Then we'll deploy 20 Starlink simulator satellites and 2 Dodger Dogs, as we affectionately call them. We also plan to relight a single Raptor engine. Next will be re-entry a few minutes later. For the first time in a while, we're intentionally not messing with Starship's heat shield. At that point, we should have some amazing views of the ship's Technicolor re-entry through Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. They've got, like, up until Starship now, they haven't really had sort of proper live video of re-entry. That's amazing when you see all the plasma building up on the outside of the ship. It's incredible. Right, so have a status check.
Still looking good. Range is green currently. We're expecting another update on that in just about 4 minutes. That should be our final determination. Weather continues to look amazing. Vehicle and pad both looking healthy. We are a little over 80% on fuel, 95 on LOX in the ship, and then a little more than 2/3 it's looking like on booster. So we are on track today, looking good for a launch right now at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, so we're going to do that.
Let's have it. Let's have it. It's amazing to think they're going to send this halfway, well, not halfway, but a bit around the world in just under an hour. Sweet. Oh, here he is again. I think I was taking the mick out of this guy last night as well. I shouldn't be. I'm just jealous. I'd love to be on a drone ship.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little rougher than it was yesterday. Nighttime, it's hard to see the horizon, but we're looking at about 10-foot seas, and we're loving it, but it's rough.
All right, what's your guys' primary job out there? I mean, you're out kind of in the middle of nowhere. What are you guys doing?
So, like as you mentioned, like it's usually a 500 to 600 nautical mile sail from shore. And our primary goal is as a range clearing group. So like we come out here and make sure there's no one else in the area so the rocket can launch. But that kind of allows...
So basically like sea police, civilian sea police. And they send it out unmanned lifeboats full of cameras and sensors and all sorts. And what they'll do now when this booster comes into land, and well, this is for the ship rather, you know, they're going to have a virtual tower that it's going to come downwind, crosswind, and then pretend to sort of hover for the chopsticks to catch it. We're obviously out over the Indian Ocean. And this is how they get all these super close video cameras, but also this is how they get a target as well, you know? It's amazing. It's amazing, people. Awesome. Yeah, like I say, I should probably have stuck NASA Space Flight back on for a little bit. But what I'm going to do, we got, 11 minutes. So I'm going to leg it downstairs. I'm going to power smoke a cigarette. And I will be back up with T-minus 7 minutes. And I'm going to try and guess it because I can't take my phone because it's there. So I will be back in 3 and a bit minutes. So let's give you the boys for a bit. Give me a sec. There they are. And let's give you some sound with them guys.
On like a usual basis of like working, we're allowed to like have calls with each other. And, like,
enjoy listening to something informative for a minute while I'm away, and then I'll come back and tell you more rubbish.
But not only that, each one of these buoys is equipped with a standard Starlink Mini, the one you would just get from like ordering it commercially, and that allows us to not only operate the buoy remotely, but also to get live stream data and telemetry, which is honestly super useful, and I don't think we have another solution for it without Starlink.
All right, before I let you go, what's it like? You're out there, and then all of a sudden, Starship appears out of the sky. What's that feel like, man?
Dan, I can't lie to you. It feels awesome. Just like being on the boat, not seeing any land for miles and miles, and then hearing the Starship crack down with its sonic booms and watching it breach through the sky. It is one of the most magical feelings on Earth, and really excited to feel that again today.
All right, well, thanks, Suren. Good luck, man. Hopefully we're sending a rocket your way real soon. Thanks for joining us in, man. I'm going to send it now back down to Kate and Jake for the latest progress we're making at Cape Canaveral in Florida.
Thanks, Dan. Now, if we want to get to the moon and then Mars as fast as possible, there's really only one answer, and it's to launch a lot more rockets.
Yeah, and to do that, we're going to need a few more launch pads and support buildings, which is exactly what we're working on over in Florida. So originally built for Apollo and then the Space Shuttle, Launch Complex 39A has flown 126 Falcon missions since SpaceX reactivated the pad in 2017.
Yeah, I actually remember the day that we did that. I was able to host the live webcast for that first launch out of Pad 39A, and it was just so amazing to see that pad come back to life. And it's also exciting to see how today, almost 10 years later, the ongoing construction, as you see there on your screen, and the development that will bring a second launch tower to Launch Complex 39A. It's designed to expand our capabilities to support Starship launches in the future, while also continuing to support Falcon Heavy missions from the original Apollo Shuttle Falcon launch tower.
Yeah, and we're not done. We're also building a Starship launch pad at Slick 37. And to support the uptick in future launches, there's Gigabay, a giant assembly and maintenance facility designed to prep Starships ahead of Florida launches. And when complete, this huge structure aims to hold 24 work cells in over 800,000 square feet of workspace. It's going to be a big building.
So much space.
So yeah, SpaceX's future in Florida is quickly taking shape with our very first launches on the horizon.
Exactly. A horizon that aims for regular trips to the moon. And speaking of moon, we've got another special guest for you today. Dan, I think the last time you and I were on a webcast with this person was Polaris Dawn, as he was performing the very first commercial spacewalk.
That's right, Kate and Jared. I don't know if today will be quite as cool as doing a spacewalk, but we're going to try our best to make it as exciting. Like, thanks for joining us here today, man. You had a heck of an entrance on the way in.
It's great to be here. Yep, certainly great to do a little bit of a flyby. I think they should accompany all the great rocket launches, and we certainly got a great rocket out there on the pad. But wonderful to be back, and no surprise, it's always changing here. It looks amazing.
I was going to say, it's been a couple of years. What was your impression flying in? It just the lay of the land.
Well, I think it was actually maybe 10 months ago. I was here slinging pizzas. I got a new job now, but it was. There's been so much that's changed even since then. Yeah, the facilities look amazing. All the housing that's coming in here, and of course, you got 2 orbital launch pads out there and a rocket that's just looking fantastic, especially from the air. It's good.
Yeah, you said you got a new job. It's been a slow start to your first 6 months. I mean, you only sent humans around the moon for the first time since the Apollo days. Bill and I kind of nerded out a little bit. Like, that was the last thing I worked on when I was at NASA, so seeing them go was just insane. Like, how's everybody feeling after the success of Artemis 2?
Well, I'd say I have the best job in the world, and I certainly work with an unbelievable team. I mean, as you know, that mission was a long time in the making, so I got to show up at the right time to see everybody put all that effort to put it in action. But what a great mission. Those 4 astronauts, you couldn't have had better ambassadors for humankind to the stars. I mean, they really brought us all along for 10 days, and we're getting ready for what comes next. We're going to start stacking Artemis 3. We got a lot of the hardware in the VAB already. We're hoping to even get out to the pad before the end of the year, do another wet dress.
I am back.
we're looking forward to seeing this thing fly because
I don't want to miss it. Oh, I missed it by a minute. Shame.
Yeah, what's coming up next? And ultimately,
where's my face?
Face on the moon. That's.
Hey, well, I'll do for my face for a bit.
What's kind of the why? Like, why are we doing this for everybody?
How are we all doing? We're still alive. 5 minutes to go, people. And I'm on the water. Yeah, that's awesome. A couple of years now we'll be watching these lot land. I do think they'll be dropping 200 tons onto the surface of the moon. And this dude down here, we'll listen to him, Jared Isaacman. Tell you about him in a second. Oh, he stopped talking now. But yeah, Jared Isaacman, the guy in the bottom corner over there. He's the new administrator of NASA. Yeah, NASA. I got my NASA hoodie on tonight. But Jared Isaacman, what a dude, like. What a dude. He's like a real life civilian Top Gun maverick. And I think he's... Oh, that'd be a fact check now. I think he's the only administrator of NASA that's been to space. Ooh, that'd be a good one to look up now. That would be a good one to look up. Let me just dig me old... look. Oh well, I was lying. So no, Jared Isaacman is not the only NASA administrator to have gone to space, but he is the first billionaire entrepreneur and private astronaut to hold a position. There you go. Private citizen. Love it. Let's get it a full screen. That's not full screen. Let me get it off a minute. Yeah, we're all still alive. We're all with it. Oh, this is going to be exciting now. Wicked. Right, we're just about full of fuel. Let's turn these guys up.
+1,000,000 pounds of liquid propellant on board Starship and Super Heavy. We're going to get the pad itself ready, push back all of the propellant that's in those lines running from the farm up to the launch mount, just kind of harden the area and get it ready for launch. We're going to peek inside, hopefully see the engines do a little wiggle as we do our final steering check. That'll happen at T-minus 100 seconds, and then after we get through T-minus 40. If you tuned in yesterday,
little engine wiggle. Love a little gimbaling engine wiggles. Oh, that's awesome. And one thing I will say as well is SpaceX do the absolute best job of giving the public footage. Like, look at that drone footage in it. And they'll have drones up close and everything. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So last night we got to T-minus 40 seconds. Well, we got past T-minus 40 seconds, but then we kept rejigging because this little thing down in the bottom, right at the bottom of your screen there, the quick disconnect for the ship. I'm going to say it's probably totally wrong again. I'm not going to fact check it because I'll just say I'm wrong, but let's go for it froze. So the quick disconnect didn't disconnect at all, let alone quickly. Oh, you go engine wiggle, engine wiggle. Yeah! Wiggle, wiggle. So
engine wiggles here, as Dan mentioned earlier. These allow us to check out the thrust vector control actuators on these engines.
Yeah, so we saw them wiggle there, but so what you've got is only the inner ring of engines gimbal to different directions, and they obviously they give it what they call thrust vector control, so the vector along which the thrust is going to propel the vehicle. Oh, we're at T-1 minute. Look out. Game on. Right. I'm gonna listen for a bit here. Here we go, people. This is it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we had a false start. Oh, wait a sec. We're back on 40 seconds, but we should be okay.
That did just complete, so expecting them to reset that hold shortly.
Yeah, right. We're holding a 40 again. Here we go.
The hold is reset. Clock is rolling.
Come on, Starship.
Flight directors go for launch.
That's exciting. And this is, yeah, we're going. We are going. Tink. Onwards and upwards. Point the end up, flame the end down. Let's do it. 10 seconds. Come on.
Minus 10.
And all this water coming out the bottom.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ignition.
Come on. Oh, it's gone.
We have liftoff.
It's gone. Oh man. Have you watched that?
Pitching downrange.
Look at this. This is ridiculous. Like, it's like a bumblebee. It shouldn't be flying. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
Oh, well, we're in for a ride tonight, people.
30 seconds into flight, seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor 3 engines on booster V3. Ascending over the Gulf now, coming up on maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Oh,
booster engine, avionics power, telemetry nominal.
Systems looking good. We're just passing through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Oh man, that's just the best.
A little over a minute into flight now. Vibrations chilling out here at Star Factory as we continue to watch Starship Flight 12 arc out over the Gulf. The next major thing coming up is going to be hot staging.
Booster prop systems nominal.
Reminder, we do what's our version of MECO. Most engines cut off, so we're going to shut down all but 5 of the Raptor engines on the booster.
Yeah, so you'll see on the bottom left there, 33 engines lit. And then what it's going to do, yeah, as you were saying, most of them engines are going to cut off or to, oh, one engine's out. Look out, we've got an engine out on the outer ring. That's okay. We're still good. Yeah, sorry, lost myself. So most of them engines are going to cut off shortly when you get to that stage SEP. Oh man, look at it. 42 kilometers up. Yeah, wouldn't it just, Digi? What a beach jump, like. Yeah, that's it. What would be the in-flight meal in free fall? Oh, look at it. That is meant. Oh. Hang on, let's turn these guys back up again.
We're not seeing as many booster engines ignite as we expected for boost back.
Oh, dear.
But we are seeing 6 good engines lit on ship. It looks like we just had an early boost back shutdown. Again, a reminder, the booster was planned to essentially head into the Gulf for a splashdown, but it has shut its engines down early on into boost back.
We've also got a vacuum engine out on the ship. Oh, I think things could get interesting from here on out, people. Yep, if you see the way that's going there. Uh-oh. Well, now it's probably going to oscillate. Oh. Or not. She just said that the telemetry is nominal. I mean, this looks like it's tumbling a bit. Oh, wait a second. Sorry. I'm looking at the booster on the left and the ship on the right. Okay, the ship's looking good, actually. But the booster... Yeah, we'll see what's happening with the booster. It's very interesting.
One engine out, running on one fewer RVACs. Again, continuing to watch. So booster did not complete its boost back burn. We would not see all of the engines ignite that we expected. Are continuing to get some views from it though. That's going to make a splashdown somewhere in the Gulf. Reminder: we clear air, sea space, everything for these launches.
Yeah, we see what happens with the booster because they've gone from 4 grid fins in quarters down to 3. So, in-flight food, fast food. I like it. Right. Yeah, we'll have a little listen back into these guys for call-outs on this ship and booster.
Booster giving us some views as it continues to make its way back down towards the water. All right, so a little over 5.5 minutes in flight. Kate, Jake, you guys with me? It looks like booster's starting to come in hot.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to stand outside to watch launch.
I think things are getting a little bit,
that was
tastier.
Incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really loud, really shaky, and I was actually surprised how fast the booster got off the pad or the whole stack. That was quite incredible.
Absolutely. So we have views here from the booster coming back down, making its way into the Gulf.
Hang on,
pretty
look
cool
at this.
to see.
Healthy chamber pressures on 5 out of 6 ship Raptor engines.
Great news there.
Look at this. This booster is bossing it. Like, sorry, this is the little booster that could. Go on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I think that tried to relight. Oh. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give booster... Was it booster 9, booster 20?
Like
we give booster 20 a round of applause.
We've got a ship still flying. Great to see that. Still have 5 out of 6 engines there on S39.
Yes, we also heard good chamber pressures as well on those engines that are lit. We do have engine out capability. We do see that we have...
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the ship gets on now with an engine out, because that's been out most of the time, eh? And yes, Mark, man, that's going to push another catch for the booster back, another lift. Unfortunately. Yeah, the booster be fine, did you?
Did a whole lot of work to get these upgraded cameras.
Oh, here we go now then. So there's something glowing under there. At least the sea levels are looking good. But there's something glowing. I don't think that glowing is very good, you know.
For the engine out, essentially you can run your engines a little bit longer or throttle up a little bit more to account for the one engine not being lit. So right now we are standing...
Yeah, Mark, I'm just looking at the altitude as well. It's on the way back down. Actually, we can see this. Is this what a wingsuit jump looks like? Or feels like, rather. But yeah, it's definitely on the way back down. I think we're having problems here. Oh. There's not much left on this burn? Yeah, do you know what? It does look like
we're coming up on T plus 9 minutes.
I say certainly. I'm not going to say certainly, man. But yeah, there's definitely some kind of leak there. Okay, I won't say certainly, but I say definitely. On that engine, the vacuum engine on the left. But that glow looks like it's coming from the far side that we can't see.
Starting to see shut down. RVACs have shut down. Sea levels are shut down.
Oh. That'll do. That'll do, pig.
Seeing if we can
look at them engines gimbaling as well.
On the ship orbit insertion, but we have shut down again. We did run longer as we were engine out.
Yeah, the venting seems to stop.
5 of those 6 Raptors pretty much the whole time.
To be fair, this has been a little bit sketchy, eh?
Ship FTS is saved.
Here we go for all the skydivers. Oh, whatever that was.
All right, well, we definitely got a ship in space right now.
Yeah, apparently. But that was kind of interesting. I went up to, well, I noticed it coming down 157 kilometers. Oh, it's going back up again now, look. But yeah, horizontal speed was still increasing.
As you can see, the teams are incredibly excited to see Starship there in space.
Yeah.
We are awaiting
interestingly, though, they've
been
branding Raptor version 3
so
as
we're going to stand by for
more
that.
simple,
we can
haven't
see
they?
the flaps moving here, actuating, but
Sorry, I forgot they were up. Yeah, man, but they've been branding this lot as a simpler, sort of less parts to go wrong, ironically. But that's all right. We've got a ship. Hey, we've got a ship in orbit or sub-orbit. Awesome. So yeah, we're going to be doing some experiments. Hang on, just listening what the next milestone is. Is the next milestone, without looking, clear drop. Yeah, without looking, is the next milestone payload.
not only included the separation that we saw, but we're also planning to deploy 20 Starlink simulator satellites.
I bet, man. I bet, like
Dodger Dog satellites. That's what our internal teams refer to as our newer satellites. We saw a preview of those earlier. We should see those deployments here in a little bit. We're also hoping to perform a relight of a Raptor engine as well.
Yep,
nice.
That's exactly right. And the relight will look a little bit different this time. We're hoping to get a little bit of a longer duration. Of course, we got to see once we get there. And that relight won't actually be changing our orbit necessarily, but we're doing it more so as a technology demonstration.
That flap looked like a great step. Till they start moving.
For those of you that maybe just recently tuned in, you missed a pretty exciting almost 13 minutes. We had a liftoff pretty much on time, almost right exactly at 5:30 p.m.
Well,
we did
this is
have
gonna
a
get warm
brief
all the way back
hold
down.
at the T-minus 40-second period, but we were able to proceed through that, and we saw a gorgeous liftoff. Jake and I were
Yeah, this is definitely going to get warm on the way back down.
witness that with all of our colleagues, and what a moment. I'll tell you what, it is a heck of a lot louder out here than it was at Ad Astra.
Awesome. Fair play.
And a couple things I noticed on the way.
Oh, well. Just like everybody else at the moment, then. Apart from... Oh, no, I tell a lie. There's a couple of reusable rockets out there now. It's good.
Over a little bit to compensate for that offset and thrust. So that was really cool. That's something I know the team's been, we've analyzed that since Flight 1 all the way back. So It's something that we've thought about quite a bit, and it was kind of cool to see it in action in real life today.
Yeah, absolutely. If you couldn't tell, Jake is on the Raptor team.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just with them talking about how they know that they can run with an engine out and they can compensate for the sort of thrust. That's mental.
Actually running, yeah, here's the shot right here. Great. So the fact that we're seeing all these tiles still on the flap right now is really good, because that actually was one of our experiments where we wanted to test different connection methods on the way uphill on ship, so actually ascent. So it looks like most, if not all, the tiles are still hanging on there, so that's actually a really good data point.
Looks pretty good to me. Now, once again, this view is from the side of Starship, which is basically the second stage of the Starship vehicle as a whole. This is one of the flaps on the vehicle that helps to control its position and attitude as it is orbiting. And also helps.
There's your flap, Danny. Flap step. You could get a big way on that. You could get a plane load of people on that.
We will be targeting a soft splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We heard from Suren on the recovery team a little bit earlier. They are standing by waiting to receive the ship that we see here.
All right, let's send it upstairs. Dan, how's it looking?
Hey guys, we are looking.
Well, that is upstairs, to be honest. There's a long way upstairs. It's all the way upstairs.
So I wouldn't call it nominal orbital insertion, but we're on a trajectory that we had analyzed, and it's within bounds. So team's continuing to work through it with that engine out. They're working through some steps on the engines. We probably will end up skipping the Raptor relight for today, but it sounds like we should still be on
Danny.
For payload deploy, at least at this time. So very dynamic moments right here with the ship, but we do have it in space. It is on a trajectory now, headed towards the other side of the planet, and then a splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
I don't know,
it's going to start to get darker. We're heading into an orbital sunset, so we're gonna have darkness for a little bit, and then it'll brighten up once we're on the other side of the planet, and hopefully looking at some good daylight when we re-enter into the Indian Ocean.
About the UFOs or UAPs, whatever you want to call them. Fair play. It seemed to go up, come down, and then go back up again. Still on the way up, like. And I don't know if you've watched any of the.
So we're a little over 17 minutes into flight. If you're just now catching up with us.
Yeah, if you've watched any of the other launches, when they open the payload door, the Pez dispenser door, it looks like something Jack built, man. So hopefully this will work this time a bit nicer. We're obviously on the ground. You got neutral pressure. Up in space, but it's sucking out rather than in it. So there's all our Starlink payload doodads, dumblinks, right on top of the fuel tank. Like, oh, look out! There is the payload door opening.
We've got 22 deployables in the payload bay today. 20 of those Starlink mass simulators, and then 2 are Dodger dogs, as we like to call them internally, sitting up their modified V2 Starlink satellites. Those are going to be testing a bunch of components that we're planning to fly on Starlink V3, and we've also got them outfitted with a number of cameras for another tech demo that we're trying out on this flight. We definitely are looking for...
Oh, that is awesome. Right, fingers crossed. He said they've got cameras on a couple of the Starlinks. That would be awesome if you could see the ship from the perspective of the Starlink as it comes off. That would be amazing. We haven't seen that before. Go on, treat us, SpaceX. And you see like these chains here, they start to roll and start to spit satellites up now. Here we go.
Oh, we see some Pez motion.
That's awesome. You can see it moving on the, yeah. Oh, go on. And off we go. Oh, wow. They were mental. The crowd goes wild.
Pew, pew.
Yeah. That's amazing.
2 down, 20 to go.
Look at him. Go on. Off you go.
As a reminder, that's one of the things that we upgraded in version 3. Kind of gave a little soup up to the Pez dispensers, so those satellites going to move out a little bit quicker than they did on previous Starship Flight tests.
Yeah, this is looking smooth. Oh, come on, let's have a look. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this is looking the smoothest yet. Oh, thank you, Pi. Thanks for coming. Enjoy burning up in the atmosphere on the way. You have served us well. This is class, like. Ready, get ready for the cheer.
Flexing my basic math skills here today. Again, the majority of this stack, 20 of these 22 satellites, they're essentially just mass simulators, so they're roughly the same size as those Starlink V3 sats that we're hoping to fly later this year.
Off you go. Thank you, bye. If I was drinking tonight, I would have drunk every time a Starlink went.
Yep. And from this top-down view, so you're looking down at the stack, those 2 satellites you see on the very top, that they'll look very different. They've got solar arrays. They've got a bunch of other deployables on them that we're going to be testing out that are going to be V3 tech, and they've got 3 engineering cameras and then 1 other camera that's hopefully going to be giving us some views of Starship in space. But we will see how that works. Again, this very much a tech demo. We're going to deploy those. The satellite's going to kind of try and turn everything on, look back at Starship.
Yeah, loving this view from the right now as well. And hello. Goodbye. Yeah.
All right, 2 more out the door.
2 more out the door, and I think that counts, or that comes up to 8 total.
God bless America.
Stoked to see this demonstration happening. It's
well done, America.
Incredible
well
to
done,
see this happening
SpaceX.
live from space. Now, as we noted earlier in the show, but worth repeating, this Starship version 3 is built to deploy up to 60 of Starlink's more advanced V3 satellites. Everything's V3. Designed to offer 60 terabits per second of downlink capacity per satellite. Now, that is 20 times more than each Falcon 9 does today. Incredible.
All right, I think that's number 10 going out the door. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, the first couple were banging off the sides and everything.
So yeah, the camera view you have on your left screen there is basically right at the bottom of the payload volume. So the kind of dome-shaped structure you see there that's actually the top of the fuel tank.
Then the camera
Oh, there we go. I wasn't talking nonsense earlier then.
we have positioned so that you can see basically the light through the open Pez dispenser door that you see. That's that sliver of light. We can see the Starlinks here deploying as each one comes through.
Oh, I'm starting to get tired, people. Starting to get tired.
As we mentioned, we have 20 of these Starlink simulator satellites, and then we have 2 of these specially modified, as we call them, Dodger dogs here around here. Those, as Dan mentioned earlier, they have some V3 tech on them, some solar arrays, and those will be the last 2 that will be deployed today.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming.
Turbocharged or supercharged Pez dispenser. It's definitely coming out much faster than our previous flights, so that is really good to see. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, they're flying out there. They are. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was the second one, wasn't it?
Being able to deploy them fairly expediently, you know, is going to be important for designing the overall mission profile.
Yeah. Now, fans of Starship may know that Starlink enables lots of unprecedented views, both from space, as we see here, and on Earth. In addition to the dozens of cameras on Starship itself, we also have mobile Starlink camera kits deployed in the Indian Ocean.
Yes, Starlink also connects our aerial cinematography units on the ground at Starbase and at other strategic camera spots around Texas.
It's all part of how it all comes together to tell the incredible story of Starship both on and off planet.
Oh.
Yep.
I should really go to bed, people.
All right, we're getting low on the stack. It looks like we got 2 more
of
those simulators to go out.
Nice one, thank you, Digi.
And then it will be time.
I'm going to try to stick it out myself.
Dogs, those modified Starlink satellites.
But as soon as this thing splashes
just a
down in the
couple of
ocean,
updates while we continue to watch payload deploy. Did get confirmation we're going to be skipping that relight of the Raptor engine, just due to everything that we saw on the way uphill. Those sea level engines, we're going to use them for a landing burn, though. They are still capable to be used for that. So we'll still look to do a controlled landing in the Gulf, but no in-space relight.
Okay.
All right, I think that's 19 and 20 headed out the door.
Lovely. So is there 2 left? Yes.
And then coming up are Dodger dogs. So these are modified V2 Starlink satellites. We do have a number of cameras on these that are going to attempt to look back at Starship.
We're
not going to get this video in real time, but we're going to try.
Okay. Not in real time, but that's okay.
So don't worry. If we get views of Starship from these satellites, we will be sharing. These will be exciting because, again, they're really a tech demo, getting our chance to test out some of the technologies for version 3.
Oh, yes. Welcome, Jess. We did have a successful launch. Well, so far the booster is AFK at the moment.
All right, here we go.
Well, as it is splashdown at over 1,000 kilometers an hour. So, as Digi was saying earlier, 'tis but a flesh wound. So yeah, the booster, not so much, but we've got one more little experiment.
We're standing by for Starship, basically to serve the first Dodger dogs to low Earth orbit.
Dodger dogs? Like, what the hell's a Dodger dog? Well, one of them. She has explained. I've been too busy talking. Welcome though, Jess, man. Right, that's all the...
Those are our flashlights. Beneath them, the camera is going to attempt to look back and image Starship's heat shield as it flies slowly away from the vehicle.
Amazing.
And there it goes.
Thank you. Bye. Oh, look at that. Taking pictures, videos. Oh, man. Oh, I cannot wait for those pictures and videos to be on Twitter. The artist formerly known as X. Aye. That's amazing.
Always sunny in space, and that looks like an empty payload bay. So
sure does.
That's exactly what you want to see there. That's great.
That is an empty payload bay. Happy days. So, half hour into the launch. Getting cracking. Oh, go on. We're listening to the end of these guys then for a second.
Yeah, Starship, we closed the payload door, and we're going to continue to coast around Earth all the way to the Indian Ocean. So still a lot of major events to come today. Sounds like we're not going to hit that Raptor relight, based on what Dan was saying, but after that, of course, we'll have the atmospheric reentry and splashdown. And with that, we're going to go on another quick coast.
So sit tight, enjoy some amazing space views and the space jams, of course. And we'll be back in a few minutes for Raptor relight, excuse me, not for the relight, but we'll be standing by for atmospheric reentry.
Awesome. Oh, Flap's doing flap stuff. So yeah, I've muted the music because I got shouted at for it yesterday. Well, since it's already tomorrow, I think what I might do is I might call it a day, get off to bed. It's going to be a long day tomorrow, probably the nicest day of the year. So if you are watching or if you have tuned in, thank you very much. Nip onto Twitter or YouTube and you'll be able to catch the re-entry. I'm not going to lie, I've had such a long day. I'm probably going to be sleeping before re-entry, so I'm going to watch it in the morning. It's a shame it didn't go last night because that was a good crack, having a couple of beers and stuff. It was nice to catch up with everyone as well. I'll do some more, and I'll obviously get a bit better again, the coverage sorted when I've, I don't know, some time to figure my stuff out. But I really appreciate everybody's company tonight. It's been awesome. Thanks very much to everybody on Facebook and Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. No, thank you, Danny. Thank you for putting up with me. You could have been listening to somebody else waffling nonsense. But instead, you listened to my nonsense. So thank you very much. And you're going to listen to my nonsense tomorrow as well. Yeah, much appreciated, everybody. Like I say, knackered. Let's all have a good, awesome, safe day of skydiving tomorrow. And we'll watch some more Starship launches again. Thank you, everybody.